Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm back to do a commentary on Anthony Palumbo. I know he's quite a popular character in TCAP, so I'm sure there's been some people looking forward to hearing my thoughts on him, so let's get to it now.
Except this next man. He's been chatting online with a decoy.
He's just standing out in the middle of the street at night, just looking around confused like he's somebody's lost grandpa or something.
Except this next man. He's been chatting online with a decoy posing as a boy.
A walker right here.
He's 46-year-old Anthony Palumbo, and he's brought a gift. We've hired an 18-year-old actor to play the part of the young teen.
Hey, come on in. Awesome.
Yeah. Of course, there's the infamous trip over the rug. This decoy is just so anxious to... He's trying to get away from Anthony. He doesn't want to get too close. But he's also doesn't want to turn his back to him, so he's facing him, and so he's walking backwards quickly and then just trips over the rug.
Come on in. Awesome.
You were good directions.
Online in an AOL gay chat room, calling himself Hi Buddy What's Up, he tells the decoy, who's pretending to be a 14-year-old...
Yeah, like later on, Anthony's like, I'm not gay, but it's like, well, he's in a gay chat room. It seems like a strange place to be if you're not.
boy that he's horny. Then the 46-year-old says,
I want to be top.
Oh, okay.
You want to do it raw?
Raw?
Yes.
What's that?
Yeah, I like how the decoys always get the guys to explain everything. Like, obviously, it's to just get more incriminating evidence that they have to admit to what they're saying, because later on Anthony could argue that, oh, like, raw, that means something else completely innocent. So if they get them to explain what everything means, then it's more incriminating. And of course it works, because the young decoy, he may not know everything. I guess in this instance, perhaps a 14-year-old might not know what raw meant, but there are other instances in other chats where it's like, I think they would probably know what these things are, but they obviously just have to get the predator explain everything. And I kind of like it too, because it makes the predator explain, like, it just makes them, like, explain how perverse they are. And it's just like how what they're saying is that disgusting.
No rubber.
I was supposed to bear left at
now he's here, beer in hand, asking the decoy several times to put it in the refrigerator.
He's just going on and on about how he got lost. I know there's other predators too that kind of go into detail. They're just trying to have like bullshit small talk. So they're like, wasn't Justin Smith one where he talks about, he's like, oh yeah, I got here from North Hollywood or something in 21 minutes. Yeah, maybe those guys could just all get together and regale each other with tales of their traffic problems while they're on their way to get busted on TCAP.
Refrigerator.
You can put that in the fridge.
Yeah, I'll put it in a little bit.
All right. I'll relax.
I'm just a little nervous.
I'm
that's all.
nervous too. That's all right. My excuse to come here, I went to Atlantic City.
Like, why would he need an excuse? Like, isn't he... I don't think he's married, so why would he need an excuse to leave the house? Like, unless he... Like, I mean, if he's 46, he probably doesn't live with his parents, and if he doesn't have kids, like... I mean, even if he did, wouldn't that be a bad excuse? Like, hi, honey, it's midnight. I'm just leaving to go to Atlantic City. She'd probably be like, the hell you are. Like, get back in bed. So I don't know who he's making the excuse to. I know he mentions his brother in a bit, but let's keep watching and figure that out.
I don't know what
Put that in the refrigerator. I don't know. We'll just chill out.
That's it.
All right. We'll see what happens.
I'm just nervous the other thing. You know?
That's all right. You could put that in the refrigerator anytime.
Okay,
I like how the decoy just keeps like picking it up, like he's gonna put it in the fridge, but then he just puts it right back down. This could be like a Saturday Night Live sketch where there's two people talking, and the one keeps telling the other to put the beer in the fridge, but they don't do it, so they just keep escalating in anger. It would have to be kind of like Chris Farley and Will Ferrell tend to be the guys that do those skits where they just get increasingly mad until they're just absolutely freaking out yelling.
Don't get drunk with that.
I won't.
So why'd you need the cover story to go to Atlantic City?
I'll see my brother.
Yeah, it's good. I like how Chris, like, he's so good at what he does. I think most people that weren't like this level of, pro journalist, they would come out and be like, hey, what are you doing here? Like that kind of thing. Whereas Chris, like, he throws them off because he doesn't seem angry, but he asked them kind of like a random question about what they were talking about, almost like they're in the middle of a conversation, and the person doesn't know how to answer because obviously they're going to be a bit scared and put off, but they're going to be like, who is this strange man that just walked in? But the man just asked a random question like regarding what you were just speaking about. So all of a sudden, well, there's nothing you could say. You can't really be like, hey, who are you? Even though some predators do that. But you're kind of like, it's almost like you're required to answer the question. So here Chris is like, well, just watch it again.
Story to go to Atlantic City. So why'd you need the cover story to go to Atlantic City?
I'll see my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, but who did
So all of a sudden the predator's forced to answer this question when obviously what's going on in their head is wondering who the hell this guy is.
you have to give that to as a cover story?
No, my brother is home, my other brother.
Right.
And I said, I got to go to Atlantic City.
But instead,
Oh, so does he live with his brothers? Maybe he does live with his parents, or maybe he's like his brother's like his roommate or something, or maybe his brother was visiting. I would really like to know what's going on in the domestic situation of Anthony Palumbo.
said you came here,
I stopped by to go there.
so you like to gamble.
Yeah, I love to gamble.
You took a little bit of a gamble coming in here tonight.
No, I just stopped by.
But you said you were nervous.
You just stopping by is the same as coming there. It's not like there's a rule that like as long as it's under an hour you can do whatever you want in the house. Like stopping in, whether it's 45 seconds or the entire night, is still illegal. Like what does he mean?
Yeah, I love to gamble.
You took a little bit of a gamble coming in here tonight.
No, I just stopped by.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. You came in the house? No, I just stopped by. That means you came in the house. And the fact that you're sitting here in the house is more evidence that you came to the house.
You said you were nervous when you came in. Why were you so
Yeah,
nervous?
because I was going to Atlantic City and it was dark, and I not usually drive at dark at nighttime.
So the nighttime makes you nervous.
Yeah,
Okay, if the nighttime makes you nervous and you don't like driving at night, why the hell did you come there at night? Like you could have waited till you come earlier in the day or come the next morning, or if you work during the week, you could wait till the weekend. Like he was just like so horny that he just couldn't wait any longer. Like it just doesn't. It just seems like it's like, unless maybe I haven't read the chat, but maybe the decoy gave the impression that this was the only time he had free. I don't know, but like it just it seems like he should have planned this a little bit better.
driving. I'm not a driver.
Maybe you should get glasses so we can drive at night.
Dark, and I not usually drive at dark at nighttime.
So the nighttime makes you nervous.
Yeah, driving. I'm not a driver at night.
And what
because-
about visiting a boy who's home alone? Does that make you nervous?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
I just wanted to just say hi. It
Just
was
to
not
say
that.
hi
Yeah,
and drop off a package.
yeah. I had beer.
Have you been drinking tonight?
No, not at all.
Yeah, his story doesn't quite add up. It seems like if you show up at someone's house with beer, your intention is to drink that beer with them. It's not just to like drop off beer to a person you just met that night or very recently so that you could leave to Atlantic City and they could sit at home and drink the beer by themselves. That just doesn't, that's not it just comes down to, other than the fact that you're giving it to an underage person, that's not like, if you look at it from the point of view of proper etiquette, like people just don't do that. You don't go to someone's house, whether you know them or not, and here's some beer, see you later, I'm going to Atlantic City.
You can smell my breath. Not at all.
That's okay. I don't need to.
Yeah, Chris does not want to get close enough to this guy to have him breathe on his face.
He tells me several times he thought the boy was 18, but in the chat log, the decoy tells him 2 different times that he's 14.
How old are you?
39.
39.
Whenever there's a hesitation there, they're probably lying.
You said you were 35 online.
35. 39.
Again, like all these guys are just so confused about their age. Yeah, like the typical predator, they're not a specific age like the rest of us. They're a wide range of age. Like it doesn't make sense. Like whether he's actually 46, but whether he's 46 or 39 or 35, they're all illegal. Like none of those are more illegal or less illegal than the rest of them. If you're gonna lie about your age, lie and say that you're 17. That's like the only way you're gonna be able to get away with this. And obviously no one's going to believe this guy's 17, but other than that, like lying about your age is not going to work. And if he's doing it to try to entice the decoy, I think like a 14-year-old would think a 35-year-old person's quite old anyway. Like there's quite a bit of an age difference. So the difference between 35 and 39 is probably not going to be a deal breaker to them, or 46 for that matter. Like, so what's the point of him lying? like maybe if you were online dating for adult people, and maybe someone in their profile said that like 40 was their maximum, so you're like, okay, I'll lie and say that I'm 35 or 39. Like that, I mean, it's still, you shouldn't lie to begin with, but like there would be the intention there would be like, oh, I see what you're doing. You're lying for your own benefit. But here, there's no benefit to them. Like there's people a lot younger than 35 that get busted in this show, and they still get charged and still go to jail. So, like, what's the benefit of him knocking, 67 years off his age, or 11 in his case?
We find out later he's actually 46. He says he's unemployed and spends his time caring for his ailing mother.
Like, he's kind of rocking the Saddam Hussein mustache there. Like, I think honestly, other than like Timothy Isaac, obviously people call him the Mario Predator because of the red. But I think this guy, the fact that he like is Italian, I think this guy looks more like the Mario Predator than Timothy Isaac.
Then he tries to explain away his graphic sexual chat.
You asked him in your chat if he was top or bottom. What does that mean?
Did I ask that? I don't remember that.
Are you top or bottom? I'm horny, you say.
I was just fooling around.
Well, if you're just fooling around, then why were you so concerned about knowing whether or not he was a cop?
Well, obviously, like, a normal person just goes online and asks everyone if they're cops. I mean, Anthony Palumbo does it, Jeff Stacey does it. Come on, Chris. You telling me you don't go online and just ask everyone if they're cops? That's what normal people do.
Just joking.
Just joking. Mm-hmm. So what made you decide to come over here and meet a teenage boy after this sexually explicit conversation?
I thought it was like I wanted to hang out with someone, like a friend.
Weren't you at home with your brother? Like, obviously, if you live with your brother or, like, you have some closeness with him, wouldn't he be the way better person to hang out with? It's probably more fun. You guys have more in common. And you're not going to get in trouble for it. If he's trying to say that he was just lonely or just wanted to hang out with anyone, he's already hanging out with someone. It's like these guys that claim they're lonely, so they leave their wife to go meet a decoy. It's like, that doesn't add up. You're already with someone that I guess you don't choose your brother, but you choose your wife. So it's like you're already with someone that presumably you enjoy spending time with, so you're going to leave because you're lonely to go meet someone you barely know. That's a hookup. That's not looking for friendship or just casual conversation.
Like, I thought he was like 18, something like that. It wasn't. I'm not gay or anything.
Yeah, I'm not gay or anything. Least of your problems, Anthony. It's kind of like when John Wayne Gacy, the serial killer, after he got caught, killing all the young boys, and he was like, I'm not gay. Like, that's what he was concerned about. It's like that's probably the least thing that you should be embarrassed about. Like, this isn't 1950. Like, it's even now in the TCAP community, people don't make fun of these guys for being gay. We make fun of them for trying to have sex with an underage person. That's the despicable, gross, illegal thing that they're doing, and the reason we're all here to watch these guys. We really couldn't care less of the fact that they're gay, unless maybe just he's, like, the way he grew up with his family, maybe that was like an absolute no. He would have been disowned if that got out, so he's concerned about people finding out about that. But the thing is, now the situation he's in now, he's going to be exposed for both things. He's going to be exposed for being a sex offender, for going after underage people, and being gay on top of that. So he really should have just avoided it altogether if that was the case. And like, by the time you're 46, I think you could have long ago come to terms with your sexual orientation and realize that in this day and age, people really don't care as much as they used to. But I guess, like, if he's close with his family, I'm not sure if it's like a stereotype, but I know Italian people, it seems like that's a common thing. Especially if this guy lives, like, it seems like he lives with his brother, possibly with his family, maybe. So maybe that would just, like, that's kind of the big thing that he doesn't want people to find out. But this is going to make him look a hell of a lot worse.
I'm just saying.
Well, this isn't about gay
No,
or
I'm
straight.
just saying. I'm straight.
Nobody
just
cares
saying.
what adults do.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no one really cares about that. Like, geez, like, it seems like he doesn't understand the gravity of why he's here.
But when you involve somebody who's 14, that's when
I
it becomes
thought
an
he
issue.
18.
How old are you, you ask? 14. I told you that already. You say, K. And you-
Yeah, I thought he was 18, and then the line in the chat is, I'm 14, I told you that already. Hinting that it's like, yeah, he told him repeatedly. So Anthony checked more than once about the age and got an answer of 14. So he can't claim he thought he was 18.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna.
But why do that? What's the motive here? Explain it to me. I don't
No,
understand
you're
it.
right. No, you're right. It's stupid.
It's,
no,
it's an
no.
illegal thing.
Yeah, I know. I did a stupid thing.
Do you ever watch my...
Yeah, it's another predator. Like, they all think it's stupid. Like, dude, none of these guys, like, some of them you can tell, like, they know how much trouble they're in, but so many of them don't. Like, they just think, oh, it's stupid. I was being stupid. Like, this is beyond that. Like you're going to jail, probably. Like, this is going to affect you for the rest of your life. Not only legally, because you're going to have, like, sex offender registration and parole and all that kind of stuff, but also now here people are making videos of you, like, 20 years later.
Watch television?
Sometimes, once in a while, not so much of a TV person.
Well, I'm Chris Hansen, and I work for Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet kids online.
I wouldn't want to be, oh boy.
You don't want to be on the show? Well, damn, you're out of luck, Chris. Anthony Palumbo doesn't want to be on the show, so guess you have to delete his segment.
You can walk right out the door you came in.
Okay.
Wait, Anthony, you forgot your beer.
He quickly leaves the house and is startled by the police.
Well, that's Anthony Palumbo. And I guess the police were nice enough not to throw him to the ground. Look at him there, just looking at the camera. Yeah, you could see why he is a popular predator, just because he's just such a character, and he just has so many one-liners. He's just kind of like, he's just like a funny guy to watch. And I could almost see, like, a lot of people, especially if you didn't read his chat log and you weren't aware of, like, the gravity of everything he said and what he intended to do, you might be tempted to show leniency to him just because he seems like he's very friendly, he's like a likable kind of guy. So a judge might, like, if they were incompetent, might almost show him leniency, especially if he has no criminal record and he comes across as just a jovial, fun kind of guy. But that really doesn't matter whether or not they're a friendly person or not, because what they intended to do was the exact same thing. So who cares how friendly they are? But I think it's just human nature that if someone's just really likable and they're kind of jokey and they seem fun, that you tend to just like that kind of person more. And if you like a person more, you tend to be more forgiving if you had to compare him to some other guy who comes across as a total asshole. When in reality, like, they don't deserve mercy just because they're a funny kind of guy. Anyways, that's Anthony Palumbo, so we'll see everyone next time.